Hello. The purpose of this video is to customize your Battleground Enemies add-on in order to do RBGs from players of 1 to 15 as efficiently as possible. To start off, we're going to set Battleground size to 1 to 15 players in toggle test mode. And we're going to stop the toggle test animation. You can use Control Shift drag in order to move the UI elements around the screen. I put Horde players on the left, those are my allies, and Alliance players on the right, those are my enemies. So we go back to the settings screen, and to start off we're going to disable allies. We go to the allies tab and we disable it because at the end we're just going to copy everything from the enemies over to the allies. We go back to the enemies settings and go to general. Keep this enabled and we go to range indicator. We make sure it's enabled and we're going to set range to 25. This makes it so that it only affects players who are close to you. And we're going to set alpha to 0.25. This is going to make it so that enemies that are close to you will be fully visible on the UI, but enemies that are farther than 25 yards are transparent in the UI. This is good for efficient callouts and efficient targeting and just being able to gather the information as efficiently as possible from the screen. Now to modify all elements, we leave this off. The reason we do this is so that we can still see the objective, in other words the flag, on the enemy players. So we're going to toggle everything on here except for objective. This makes everything transparent except for the objective, so you'll still be able to see the flag and whoever's carrying it. Now we go to the name tag and we're going to disable show realm names because we don't care what server they're in. And in key bindings we leave everything as it is. Of course you can always left click to target the enemy player or right click to set focus. Now we go to the 1-15 players tab, and in mainframe settings we leave everything as it is. Unless you want it bigger, then you can just scale this. I leave it at 1. Go to bar settings. In health bar we're going to go to target indicator. Target indicator is super important to leave it on. It's the number at the end of their health bar. It's the amount of players in your team who are targeting this enemy player. So here we can see that the Holy Priest has 3 people of your team targeting him. The Blood DK has 3 people of your team targeting him. And the Prot Pally has 1 person of your team targeting him. It's really important for communication. If someone in your comms says, okay, target Arms Warrior, and you see this remain at 2, and it doesn't increase to like 5 or 6, then there's a problem in your communication and gotta fix that. We're done with health bar. Power bar, it allows you to see the enemy resource, so like mana, energy, and rage. It can be useful if you want to see the enemy healer mana. If the enemy healer has low mana, you may want to keep them alive and not let them drink because they'll be useless. I choose to leave that off because, I don't know, too much info. Trinket, leave those on. Racials, I remove those. Let me test mode again. There we go, so that we can see that. Okay, there it is. Spec, I leave that on. DR tracking, you want to leave this on. If you want to filter some DRs so that it only shows what DRs are available to you. So in my case I'm a rogue, so I would like to always see stuns, silence, disorient. Those are the DRs that are that I care about, you know. But I just leave it off because I like to see all DRs and be able to call out fears and polymorphs on a target. Auras, I leave this off because this shows all the debuffs, all the buffs the enemy target has on the left of them, and it becomes too large on the screen. Objective, you have to leave this on so you can see which enemy has the flag. And in RBGs we leave everything as it is. Now we disable 16 to 40. and we go to allies, and we're going to copy settings from enemies in general tab, and we go to 1 and 15, and we copy settings from enemies. Okay, now we can drag on to the left, and we're good. Watch out for that, because sometimes there's a bug. See how you can still see the realm names? You might have to customize the alleys a little bit, but in general it'll work correctly. That's all. Thank you for watching.